Hey guys, what's going on? It's LC Muscles here. It's been a while, hasn't it? And what's up, Steel Dictate? Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I'm going to go over the 2020 Steelers regular season schedule. The schedule, if you guys do not know, has been released to everywhere. So the preseason games and the regular season games have been released. I can go over and show you guys the preseason because I know it's just showing the regular season right now. Let me just show you guys. We'll go to, I guess we're on preseason right now, but I'll show you guys. I'll tell you guys all the preseason games, but they're not going to matter as much as the regular season. But still, counting preseason, we do have a total of 6 primetime games. So that is definitely very interesting. I know I'm definitely a little intrigued for these games as well, though, but I'll go ahead and go over each of the games in detail. So what's up, Bills Mafia? How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. And we're just going to let everybody get in while I go. Let me go actually pull up the Steelers preseason schedule real quick while we're doing that, just so I can go over my thoughts on them. Because we got 2 preseason preseason primetime games real quick. So with that being said, just making sure everyone's having a good time. And let me pull up my schedule real quick. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull up I'm going to share it from the actual Steelers. So starting things off, we got the Sunday night game, the Hall of Fame game, the opener to flip back to football, the Dallas Cowboys at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium on NBC. I'm very excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for that game. That will be the first preseason game. We have not won we have not won the Hall of Fame. I don't think we've won the Hall of Fame game in a while. So I think we could probably beat the Cowboys, even though I know Ben may play only a little bit, but still. It'll be the first time we're seeing Ben back in football. So I'm excited for the preseason game, the Hall of Fame game. It should be fun. Then we got week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's at Tampa, really? Wait, no. No, it's home against the Buccaneers at Heinz Field. I don't know why they didn't fix that here. That's why I'm going to go to the NFL thing in a little bit. But we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. Brady's coming to Heinz Field in this first preseason game as a Buck. That should be interesting. I don't know how we're going to do it. We usually beat the Bucks in preseason, so I think we're going to win that one. Then we play the Saints at at Heinz Field. We have not played the Saints in preseason in a long time. I think we're probably going to win that one too. We may lose that one. I don't know, but it still should be a good game. This game is also a Sunday night game. This is our other primetime preseason game because this was a primetime. This is primetime on Fox. We're getting this as our a primetime game. So that should be a lot of fun for the preseason. Then we got at the Jets, our dress rehearsal game at the Jets. Should be pretty interesting because not only play the Jets, but we also play the Giants in week 1. So that's interesting. But we'll see how this game goes. Could be interesting, but then we have the Panthers. I think we'll probably go more likely. I probably think we'll go 3-2 in the preseason, realistically. Not much really there, though, but it's still some pretty interesting games to say the least. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull up the regular season. Then Steel Dick says week 5 and week 12, you're going, wow, I wish I could go to the Steelers-Eagles game. That would be so much fun. And Steelers versus Bills Sunday night would be fun to go to. I wish I could have gone that game. That would have been amazing to see my buddy Gary up there, but we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen right now. I'm just with everything that's going on, thanks to the stupid virus going around. We don't know what's going to happen right now. Everything's tentative, but still, I'm going everything right now as is right now. So let's go over the regular season, shall we? So the first game we have in the regular season, we have Monday Night Football against the New York Giants at the Meadowlands. And we've done pretty well against the Giants in the regular season. We've done pretty well against the Giants. I think the last time we lost to the Giants was in 2008. And that was when Eli was playing. And I think playing in the Meadowlands, the last time we lost to them in the Meadowlands, you have to go back a while. So I'll actually pull that up real quick. So the last time we lost at the Giants, the last time you would probably have to go back to 1994 was the last time the Giants won in the Meadowlands against Pittsburgh. So I think we're going to start off 1-0, and I think we're going to get the Giants. So mark that as 1-0 for the Giants. Then we have our home opener against the Denver Broncos. This is going to be a fun game. Denver Broncos, I cannot wait for this game. It should be a lot of fun, especially being the home opener. The Broncos, it seems like they always beat us at Denver, but when they come to Pittsburgh, we usually win more often than not. I think the last time we won, and I think the last time we lost was the AFC Championship game to the Broncos in '97. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we usually do really well in Denver home, but if it's in Denver, we usually struggle. And I think we're going to get the better of Denver this time around. Drew Lock it's his only second game after, and it's also the Broncos coming off a short week because they're playing the Tennessee Titans on Monday Night Football, and having to come into Pittsburgh on a short week after playing a rough Tennessee Titans team. It's not going to be good for the Broncos. I think the Broncos will probably have a step back, and I think we'll get another win. I think we're going to go to 2-0 against the Denver Broncos. Week 3, we have another home game, and this time it's at the Houston Texans. And Houston Texans are a team we seem to do pretty well against, especially in Pittsburgh. I don't think they've ever beaten us in Pittsburgh. I think the closest they got was the Monday Night Football game where Antonio Brown threw a touchdown pass. That was the closest they ever gotten to beating us in Pittsburgh. And I think we're going to beat them again. So I think we're going to go ahead and beat the Broncos. I think we'll get them. And I think we're going to go ahead and move on to 3-0. Because I think Houston's going to have a year this year. I don't know what it is. I think Houston's are just going to have a really bad. I don't think they're going to they'll do decently, but I don't think they're going to be a team that they can really compete well, especially with Tennessee in their division. The Colts could definitely play well against them. Then we have Week 4 at the Tennessee Titans, our next road game. Boy, this would be a tough game though, but we do play pretty well against the Titans, but the Titans are a team that definitely can beat us. And I think the last time they beat us, wasn't in Tennessee, was 2000. It was a Thursday night game. I remember that. I think in 2011, 2012 or something like that, right around that range. But I think Tennessee's defense is just going to be too much for us, and I think this is unfortunately our one game where we're going to lose. I think we're going to go ahead and drop this game. I think we're going to drop the game to the Titans and go to 3-1. I don't know what it is. I just think Tennessee is just going to be the better team, and I think they'll get the better out of us. Coming up next, Week 5, we got the Philadelphia Eagles in Pittsburgh. Oh, my God, I wish I could have gone this game. This would have been such a damn fun game. I know a lot of people are going to go to this game. A lot of people are going to go to this game. But fortunately, I'll be watching it at home, more than likely. But the good thing about this game is when we play Philly in Pittsburgh, we usually win. Most of the time, I don't think we've really lost the Eagles at Pittsburgh, in Pittsburgh since the 1990s or 1980s. So it's been a while. Otherwise, in the other way around, the Eagles are our house of horrors. So I don't see us losing this game against Philly, and I think we're going to get the win and move to 4-1, beating the Eagles. Because I think we'll get a very close win, but then we should win this one. Then Cleveland Browns. I'm just going to mark this off as a win. We haven't lost to the Browns since 2003 in Pittsburgh. This is a team. The Browns cannot beat us in Pittsburgh. So, yeah, I'm just going to mark this off as a win. Cleveland, they're going to have a down year, especially with them having Kevin Stefanski as their coach. I think they're going to have a down year this year. So, yeah, I have the Browns, us being the Browns, and we're going to go to 5-1. Then our game before our bye week is against the Baltimore Ravens. I have us losing this one. I think Baltimore is going to be pretty good, but I think I have us splitting with Baltimore this year. And thank God we're getting our game in Baltimore out of the way early. So I have us losing, unfortunately, to Baltimore. I think that they're just going to be a lot better. But you never know. The Baltimore Ravens got a down year this year, which I would like to see. But right now I have us losing to Baltimore and going to the bye week 4-2. Now this game I would love to go to this game to see my boy Tiny Tim. This is week 9, November 8th at the Dallas Cowboys, coming off a bye week at Dallas. And my God, what a freaking game this would be. Because if you guys know how our history is with the Cowboys, it seems like every decade a decade defines the wins. So last decade, the 2010s, the Cowboys won both our matchups and won both matchups in the 2010s. In the 2000s, we won all 3 of the matchups there. In the 90s, the Cowboys won all the matchups. And the 70s, we won all the matchups. In the 80s, I think we split. That was the only time that was the difference. But this is the time where the Steelers will define the 2020s and beat the Cowboys. This will be one of the best games of the week. I cannot wait for this game. It's a 4:00 game. I think we'll beat Dallas and rebound after that loss against Baltimore. And, yeah, it's going to be putting us at 5-2. Make sure. So, yep, we'd be 6-2. I'm sorry. We'd be 6-2 going in that game. And what's up, lady? How you doing, man? And next up is the Cincinnati Bengals. This is another win for us. I think we're gonna win here. Bengals cannot beat us. We've won the last 10 in a row. Comebacks, I hope you're listening. Your Bengals suck. And no, I'm not calling you a Seahawks fan because you're not a Seahawks fan. You're a bandy bitch. You got exposed multiple times. So, yeah, your team is going to get killed. Comebacks. Steelers are going to crush the Bengals, go to 7-2. Then we have week 11 at Jacksonville. This is a freaking trap game. But this is also the game I will definitely be going to this game because I didn't go to the one in 2018. I wish I did, but I couldn't. But this time I will make sure I'm going to be going to this game, the Jaguars game. So I'd like to make a weekend trip out of it. Because if you guys know, I'm in Florida, so. But Jacksonville, I think, will be one of the worst teams this year. But I could see us losing to Jacksonville. But right now, I think we're going to win. I think we're going to barely squeak out win just like we did last time. And we're going to go ahead and move to 8-2. Then we got Baltimore Ravens, Thanksgiving night. Wow, I cannot wait for this. Thanksgiving night against Baltimore. What a freaking fun game this would be. This is going to be a watch. But this is the one where I think we're going to get our revenge, and I think we're going to win this game. Baltimore, we usually split, except for last year, but we didn't have Ben, and the refs screwed us last year, so I'm not really going to count last year. But usually we split against Baltimore. So I'm going to say we get the split here with Baltimore and go to 9-2. Then we play the Redskins at home. I think we're going to win this game. I think it'll be pretty close. But I think we're going to win this game and go to 10-2. Redskins, though, they're decent, but they are not one of the teams that can really beat us. And in the regular season, we've dominated the Redskins over the past few years. Like, this is a team that just does not seem like they really beat us. I think the last time the Redskins beat us was in the 90s. So I think we're going to get the win and go to 10-2. At Buffalo, Sunday Night Football. God, this is going to be a great game. But unfortunately, like last year, I think the results are going to be the same. I have us dropping the game against Buffalo. This will be a damn good game, though. So I have us losing this game, unfortunately, but it will be a damn fun game. I have us losing to Buffalo, going to 10-3. At the Cincinnati Bengals, yeah, we're going to win this game. We not only won the Bengals. This would, like, if we win, it'll be 11 in a row. But now this will be 12 in a row because we're going to beat the Bengals, especially in prime time. We always win. So we're going to beat the Bengals. Colts, we dominate them. I have us beating them, and we're going to go to 12-3. Then at the Browns, I think if we have this record 12-3, we have the AFC North. We just have a bye week, or like we're not getting the number 1 seed. It's going to go to KC, but we'll be fighting for at least the chance to play either the 7th seed or the 6th seed. I would rather play the 7th seed. We might keep our stars in if it gets out of hand, but I could see us losing this game too, though. So to be fair, I'll give this game to Cleveland. I'll go 12-4 realistically. I think we're going to go 12-4. This is a rebound year for the Steelers, and if Ben holds up, especially with our defense being the top 3 defense, we're going to do really well. And I have us right now going 12-4. So that's my initial thoughts on the Steelers schedule. I actually want to go over the Week 1 schedule because I actually want to go over Week 1 because they actually just released the odds for Week 1. So I want to go over Week 1 at least because I want to at least go over Week 1 that's on the primetime games, see which ones are really ones I'm excited for. So first game of the season is going to be Texans at the Chiefs. Chiefs will be 11-point favorites in this game. And this is according to Caesar's Palace. They released the odds just now, so that's why I'm pulling up these odds. So the Texans and the Chiefs are a 11-point favorite, and I think they're going to dominate pretty well. The Texans, I think, are in for a rough year. Then we have the Seahawks and the Falcons. Seahawks would be a 1.5-point favorite in this scenario, but the Falcons definitely are an interesting team as well, though. This could go either way, but I think Seattle more likely is going to win. Then we have Eagles and Redskins. And let me just see here. Eagles would be 6.5-point favorites. No surprise there. And I think Philly is going to win. I don't see a reason why they don't. So give me the Eagles to win. Then we have Dolphins at the Patriots. Wow, this would be an interesting game. A game from last year where the Dolphins won in New England. So this could be interesting. This would be the first game of Jarrett Stidham's career for the Patriots, his first start. And the limited action he was in, he did not look good against the Jets. So yeah, the Dolphins, I think, could upset the Patriots here. I think the Patriots are going to be in for a rough year. But yeah, I'm actually picking Miami. I'm going the Dolphins actually for that game. Then we have Packers-Vikings. Ooh, God, what a good game this would be. Packers-Vikings would be a damn good game Week 1. And the Vikings in this scenario would be 3.5-point favorites. And I can see it. The Vikings have improved. And I'm actually going to go with Minnesota this one. I think the Packers will be a little bit worse than this last year, but I think the Vikings has definitely surprised something. So then we have Colts and Jaguars. Colts are 7-point favorites. The Jaguars, I think, will be one of the worst teams in the league this year. And I don't see the Colts really losing this game. So I have the Colts and Phillip Rivers' debut as a Colt winning. Then we have Bears and Lions. The Bears would be a 1-point favorite against the Lions. Pretty pretty steep, but it's a coin flip for me realistically in this game. I'm just gonna go Lions just to say the fuck with it because it'd be funny. Then we have Browns and Ravens. Browns are 10-point underdogs, but the last time they won an opening day game, the Browns, it was in Baltimore against the Ravens. So keep that in mind. And the Browns did win in Baltimore last year. So I could see Cleveland doing it again. I could see Cleveland winning this game, realistically. Then we have Jets and Bills. Bills would be 6.5-point favorites. I really don't see the Jets winning this one, and the Bills look very strong. So give me the Buffalo Bills to win this game. Then we have the Raiders and Panthers. This would be a coin flip game. It's pick'em right now. The spread. I could see the Panthers winning because the usually West Coast teams going to the East Coast usually do not win. That's one of my rules. One of my things I've known. But this game, since it's still early in the season, I could see the Raiders winning it personally. I think the Panthers will give it a good game, but still. Then we have the number one overall picks debut in the NFL against the Chargers. Good Lord, this game is going to be brutal to watch. Good Lord. The Chargers would be 5-point favorites, and I don't see them losing against the Bengals, especially since it's a 4 o'clock game. I think the Chargers are going to beat the Bengals pretty well. Then we have probably one of the best games. This is the Fox game of the week. Buccaneers, Saints. Tom Brady's first game as a Buccaneer going to New Orleans. Wow. And the Saints would be 6.5-point favorites here. I think that the Saints are going to beat the Buccaneers opening. I think Tom Brady's going to have a rough first game against the Saints. But they might get revenge later on, so we'll see. Then we have the Cardinals and the 49ers, an interesting game. I like this game a little bit. What were the spread? Oh, the Cardinals, the 49ers are 7-point favorites. The defending NFC champions are a 7-point favorite. I think they'll get past the Cardinals, but the Cardinals will definitely make it a game, that's for sure. Then we have the opening Monday night game, Dallas with the brand new offense they have, especially with Mike McCarthy going to the Rams. I'm excited for this game. This should be a good game, but I think the Cowboys personally are going to win this game because I just think that they're a lot better personally than the Rams, and I think the Rams, unfortunately, are just not ready. I think they're going to have a down year this year too compared to everything. Then got my game, Steelers and Giants. Steelers would be 3-point favorites at the Giants, and I think the Steelers will win this game. This is going to be Ben's first big game back from having the surgery last year. And like I said in my prediction video, the Steelers usually do well against the Giants. We don't really – like the last time the Giants beat us was in 2008, but we still do pretty well against the Giants overall. So I think that we're going to win against the Giants here. It'll be close. It'll be somewhat close, but I think the Steelers defense is going to be too much for that Giants. Then we have the Monday Night Football game, Titans and Broncos. This will be a great freaking game to watch. I'm excited for this game. This will be a fun-ass game to watch because the Titans and Broncos, it'll be the debut of Drew Lock's big offense, and you have the Titans pretty much almost make it to the Super Bowl. The Broncos would be a 3-point favorite as well. So, yeah, I could see this game going down the wire, but I think personally Denver is going to – I think Tennessee could barely win this one, but it's still a very, very close game to say the least. Then I'm going to go ahead and actually, before I end this stream, this little stream I have, I'm actually going to go ahead and check out some of the primetime games. I want to see some of the Sunday night games and get my thoughts on it. So Sunday Night Football, we already got the first 2 games out of the way, the Texans and Chiefs, and then the Cowboys and at the Rams. Week 2 is Patriots at Seahawks. That's an interesting surprise. I like that. That could be very interesting to say the least. But I think Seattle more than likely is going to win, but you never know. If Stidham looks good week 1, it could be an interesting game. Packers, Saints, damn good game. This would be definitely a lot of fun to watch Eagles, Niners. Eagles are going to get killed, I think. Personally, the Niners defense is going to be too good. But we'll see, though. You never know. Vikings, Seahawks. Could be interesting. Could be an interesting game. This was a rematch of the Monday night game where Seattle almost, but you never know. It could be a good game. Then we have Rams 49ers. Oh, 49ers love the Rams, but the Rams could make it a good game. You never know. Then we have, oh boy, Buccaneers at the Raiders. Ooh, that would be a spicy, fun game to watch. I cannot wait for that. That should be a lot of fun. Cowboys, Eagles. It's a Sunday night. Usually they meet up on Sunday nights. This would be an interesting game to watch. Definitely very competitive. For that. Oh, and then speaking of, this will be the second matchup between the two. Very interesting game. I could definitely like that. Ravens, Patriots. I think it's going to blow out more likely. Chiefs at the Raiders. I like that in Las Vegas. That should be a lot of fun. Thanksgiving, Ravens at Steelers. I talked about that game earlier. Then you have the Bears, Packers. Very interesting. I like that game, but I think Packers are more likely should blow them out. I don't think they should have any problem personally. Then you have Broncos at the Chiefs. That could be a fun-ass game to watch. I cannot wait. That would be such a fun game to watch. Steelers at the Bills. Definitely be a very competitive game. I cannot wait for that. 49ers at Cowboys. Could be pretty competitive. Then the Sunday night game is Titans at Packers. That's interesting. That is a very interesting game. And I would like to see where they go with that. Should be interesting to say the least. Let me check out some of the Monday night games. So Monday night, where I talked about the first two, Steelers and Giants, and Titans, Broncos, Saints, Raiders. Ooh, I like that game. That should be fun. Definitely should be a fun game. The Saints, Raiders, Breeze against Gruden and his offense. The Raiders are getting a lot of exposure, though. That's for sure, which I'm definitely intrigued to see how they do. Then you got Chiefs, Ravens Monday night. I expected this to be – I thought this was going to be a Sunday night game personally, but Monday night, it's going to be big, huge game. But I think the Chiefs are more likely probably going to win that. Falcons, Packers, we'll see how the game goes. This game I'm intrigued about. Chargers, Saints could be very intriguing. Because the Chargers have a really good defense, have a very underrated defense this year. Cardinals, Cowboys, that would be interesting. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins at Jerry World Monday night. I'd like to see that. Bears and Rams, they played on Sunday night last year, and they're getting a Monday night game this year. Could be interesting, but I don't have high hopes for that game. Buccaneers and Giants. I think Buccaneers are going to blow out the Giants. I'm surprised the Giants are getting a lot of those Monday night games. Patriots and Jets. Since the Patriots are going to be bad this year, the Jets could upset them. So could be very interesting to say at least. Vikings and Bears. I'm not a fan of that game personally. That looks like it's going to be a Vikings blowout. Rams at Buccaneers. Rams-Buccaneers could be very interesting to say the least. And I definitely am excited to see where they go with that. Seahawks at Eagles could be fun. It's a rematch of last year's playoff game. If Carson Wentz stays healthy, it could be a good game throughout the whole one. So we'll see about that. Bills and Niners. Oh, God, that looks like it's just going to be such a great game. That looks like it's going to be one of the best Monday night games. Ravens at Browns. Oh, God. Cleveland's going to get killed. I remember it's the last time they were on Monday night, they got the Will Hill game. You can't remember that. Kick 6. Steelers at Bengals, going to blow out for the Steelers. And Bills ending it with Bills and Patriots. I think Bills will probably do pretty well in that one, and they'll win that. So Bills got 2 Monday night games in a row. Same with the Steelers. So it's definitely intriguing. Then finally, NFL Network Thursday night games. The first one is Bengals and Browns. What a fucking shitty game to start off with. God, that's going to be such a bad game. Oh, my Lord. Dolphins, Jaguars. Ugh. Brutal game. Broncos, Jets. Jets are going to get blown out. Buccaneers, Bears are going to get blown out. Chiefs, Bills. Okay, that actually have this. This is the first good game. Chiefs, Bills is actually the first good Thursday night game out of the slate. That could be one of the better games, very defensive heavy, and I'm excited to see what would happen in that game because I'm glad the Bills would get that kind of game on a Thursday night. Should be pretty good, to say the least. Giants, Eagles. Oh, God. Eagles are going to blow out the Giants. You know that history. Falcons, Panthers. Ugh. Ugly. Packers, 49ers. Okay, that could be a competitive game. Could be interesting. Hopefully it's not a blowout. Colts, Titans could be underrated. It could be interesting. Cardinals, Seahawks. I like that matchup. It could be two good offenses going at each other. Baltimore and Dallas at Baltimore. That could be very much interesting, to say the least. Patriots, Rams. I don't know how either of these teams could be at this point. We'll see. Chargers, Raiders. I like that matchup. Always a staple for Thursday night games, I feel like. And then ending off with Vikings and Saints at the Saints on Christmas. That's going to be fun. Vikings at Saints on Christmas. That should be a lot of fun. We haven't had a Christmas game in a while since the Steelers Ravens. So yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it. I think that's going to go ahead and do it. What's up, Tennessee? Thanks for tuning in as well. But yeah, I just gave my thoughts for all the Steelers games, all the primetime games, week 1. And I'm excited for this year. Should be a fun year this year for the NFL. I cannot wait to see what happens. But I think the Steelers will probably go 12-4 or 13-3 at best. Their lowest, I could see 10-6 personally at their lowest. But this is with the Steelers offense. The Steelers offense needs to do something this year. That's the big thing. Our defense is going to be in the top 3, but our offense needs to do something because it's probably top 3 defenses are Steelers, 49ers, and Ravens. Let's be honest. Those are the top 3. Maybe and Bills will probably be in the top 4 and Chargers in the top 5. So, yeah, guys, that's going to do it for me. That's my thoughts on the initial thoughts on the Steelers 2020 regular season predictions. That's my initial thoughts. Pain Game will be back for a 6th season. I cannot wait. Should be a lot of fun. And with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Let me know your Steelers predictions in the comments below. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a good one. And stay awesome.